My name is Clyde Howe. I am the General Manager of ANIHAN, and today we will be discussing with you our business review for the overview of the business, starting with the company profile. The snack bar will offer snacks and products which are completely vegetarian and vegan. It'll be a place for vegans and vegetarians and anyone else who would like to eat healthy. Having a snack bar which offers 100% plant based options is a great way to introduce the importance of sustainable living to newer generations. Just like veganism is the sustainable option when it comes to looking after our planet. Plant based living is also a more sustainable way of feeding the human family. So, for the vision of Anihan, it is to promote vegetarianism and veganism, encourage customers to enjoy plant based food, and develop a consciousness towards environmentally friendly practices. And for the mission, it is to produce healthy and delectable vegetarian and vegan snack products. The company will incorporate nutritional quality, good taste, and quality ingredients in order to provide better and healthier alternatives for the people who wish to improve their lifestyles. The business will promote eco friendly practices through its packaging and plant based products that help reduce harm for animals and environmental damage. Here below, we have our value oriented goals and objectives. And here we have our organizational goals and objectives.
Part 2 Sales Performance. Total projected sales for January to April 2023 is 160,000 pesos. Total actual sales for January to April 2023 is 204,530 pesos. This means that we have exceeded our projected sales by 44,530 pesos. Pricing strategy. Cost plus pricing strategy will be used by the business. The costs for the snacks are expected to be lower than the cost of other vegan food shops, as the enterprise looked for the most cost effective ingredients without compromising its quality and taste. In the picture, we have our menu, and we have three main products, namely the vegetarian oyster mushroom burger, vegan fried oyster mushroom burger, and french fries. Segmentation strategy. The business will be operating in Lapu-Lapu and Cebu City. Thus, the customer segmentation of the business will directly be the residents of these cities. These cities has an urban density. The urban population includes professionals, the self-employed, the unemployed, and retired people, as well as urban wage earners and clerical workers. Positioning strategy. The snack bar will be positioning itself in the market as a vegan and vegetarian business that provides burgers made out of fresh oyster mushrooms sourced from local Cebuano suppliers. With our vegan and vegetarian snack bar, we will be offering delicious, healthy, and affordable food products such as the mushroom burger and potato fries. Advertising and promotions. Fortunately, COVID-19 restrictions in Cebu City and Lapu-Lapu City have loosened, so face-to-face marketing, giving out flyers, and the joining of bazaars and events are now made possible. Other than that, the business will also be focusing on their online advertising. Social media will be used to promote the product. The business will be uploading pictures, digital posters, videos, and many others through social media such as Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Here are some examples of our social media marketing. So in this slide, we have our Instagram marketing. So we posted pictures, videos, stories, and reels to advertise our brand. Our marketing mix includes social media marketing as well. So we make sure to post pictures and videos of our burgers, highlighting their benefits and the freshness and quality of our ingredients. We would also like to include some pictures of our customers at our Trainer Aviation Lapu-Lapu City branch. So these are some workers within that area that bought our products. Aside from pictures of customers with their burgers, we also have a picture of the enterprise in the production area. So that's us posting in front of our stall.
Moving on to the operational aspect, we have here the overview of supply chain management plan. During the actual operation, the group followed and implemented this supply chain management. The group made use of the supplier to producer to customer flow. For the production forecast, there's an increase in the actual number of sales compared to what was forecasted for the months of January to April. For the production capacity, the enterprise is using the same standardized recipe, wherein each batch of burger has a yield of 8 and one batch of fries has a yield of 5. An estimate of 2 batches per product can be made per hour. This totals to 42 products per hour, and an estimated total rated capacity of 168 for all three products. For the supply network bill of materials, the group has followed the list of materials presented here. Rounded off, the cost for the whole unit is around 77 for the vegetarian burger, 60 for the vegan burger, and 51 for the fries. For the recipe, similar to the previous business review, there is a slight modification, which is the tablespoons of cornstarch used for vegetarian burger, tablespoons of lemon juice used for the vegan burger, and recipe for the fries, as compared to our BEN 3110 plan. For the material and supply requirement, the yields produced by each recipe batch is still the same. Similar to what I mentioned, there were only slight changes with the recipe measurements or ingredients for the three products. The actual packaging used is the same with the business plan as well. We are following the same requirements with regards to the shelf life, storage, and quality. There were only minor changes with the storage of our mushrooms as suggested by our supplier, which is presented in the table on the right. The group has applied all of the appropriate packaging and transportation requirements like the secure packaging, reheating instructions, thermal insulated bags, and many more. The enterprise has improved their manufacturing flowchart, which can be found on the right. In our process flow, we first identify what needs to be purchased. We either go to the source to buy materials and bring them to our location or contact suppliers to place an order and receive or pick them up. We make sure to inspect items and return it if it fails quality inspection. Materials are then stored properly. We then prepare the ingredients or mix ingredients ahead so that all that's left to do after receiving orders and payments from customers is to cook, assemble, and pack. Before products are sent out, we inspect orders to know whether it is complete and in perfect condition before it is served to customers or sent out for delivery. Production was done at the physical store. The stall is situated close to the shelves and kitchen area so that all of the needed cooking equipment and storage areas are easily accessible. The kitchen area is where the products are prepared and cooked, while the stall is used to receive orders, assemble, and pack the products. Majority of the machinery and equipment used in the actual operation and production are in line with what was planned. The air fryer is the only additional equipment used. For admin labor, the same needed number of manpower and skills requirements were applied during the actual business operations. For direct labor, the group made use of an additional cook, however, the same skills requirements were applied. For direct raw materials, we have here the ingredients for the vegetarian burger, vegan burger, and fries. We have also listed our packaging materials. For the indirect raw materials, we have rent, water, gas, electricity, and the internet. For work in process, we have here the rate per hour for our labor costs. We have the managers under admin and the cook, assistant cook, cashier under direct labor. For direct raw materials, we have ingredients and costs for the vegetarian burger, vegan burger, and fries, as well as the packaging materials and its costs. For indirect raw material, we have the costs for rent and utilities. For the business enterprise, there's no pipeline inventory as we are the manufacturers and the seller at the same time. For our business enterprise, our products, which are vegan and vegetarian food products, are only made to order to keep the freshness and quality of our products. Therefore, there's also no finished good inventory. Waste generated during our actual production are plastic waste, paper waste, and organic waste. Since the group mainly generates organic waste, we have a sample form for the food waste management logbook on the right. Trash is collected every day at 6 a.m. The enterprise places their segregated trash at the designated trash pickup points. For distribution system, the enterprise was able to operate through its physical store and serve both walk-in and online customers. For the walk-in customers, the enterprise is able to serve or give the products to the customers immediately in the physical store. For online customers, the enterprise continues to avail services from third-party applications that provide delivery services. Due to our location, majority of the customers are from Lapu-Lapu City. The business is able to follow the delivery requirements. For ANIHAN, there is no inventory of finished goods as the products are made to order and are immediately served or delivered to the customers. Here we have pictures of our production area, furniture, and equipment.
For their startup expenses, the group gathered at least 70,000 pesos. Each member contributed 14,000 pesos for the startup expenses. For the bank account used, ANIHAN's funds are stored in the general manager's personal bank account. There is transparency throughout the group in terms of withdrawals and deposits. The general manager and financial manager are the key members who are authorized to do the transactions. The operations manager is also authorized to handle the funds during the preparation of the production days each week. For ANIHAN's organizational structure, we have Mr. Clyde Nino Howe as general manager, Ms. Marian Rose Abesia as the Operations Manager, Ms. Faith Diane Go as Marketing Manager, Devonor Sarmiento as Human Resource Manager, and Mr. Cray Oy as Finance Manager. For the month of January's administrative costs, the general manager's salary per month was 240 pesos, finance manager 120 pesos, operations manager 240 pesos, marketing manager 120 pesos, human resource manager 144 pesos. For the direct labor cost, cook 1's salary per month was 2,284 and 59 centavos, cook 2 2,284 and 59 centavos, assistant cook 637 and 56 centavos, and cashier 2,284 and 59 centavos. Here we have January's total salaries and benefits. For the total salary per month, we have 8,355 and 33 centavos. For the SSS, we have a total of 883 and 76 centavos. For the Pag-ibig, we have 167 and 11 centavos. And lastly, for the PhilHealth, we have 167 and 11 centavos. Here we have the month of February's administrative costs. The general manager's salary per month was 384 pesos, finance manager 144 pesos, operations manager 432 pesos, marketing manager 168 pesos, and human resource manager 264 pesos. For the direct labor costs, cook 1's salary for the month was 2,178 and 33 centavos. Cook 2, 1,716 centavos. Assistant cook 690 and 69 centavos. And cashier 2,975 and 28 centavos. For the month of February's total salaries and benefits, the total salary per month would be 8,936 and 46 centavos. SSS would be 938 and 96 centavos. For the Pag-ibig, we have 178 and 73 centavos. And lastly, the PhilHealth, 178 and 73 centavos. For the month of March's administrative costs, general manager's salary for the month was 360 pesos, the finance manager 240 pesos, operations manager 552 pesos, marketing manager 240 pesos, and the human resource manager 336 pesos. For the direct labor costs, cook 1 salary for the month was 2,178 and 33 centavos, cook 2 2,231 46 centavos, assistant cook 531 and 30 centavos, and cashier 3,453 and 45 centavos. Here we have total salaries and benefits for the month of March. The total salary for the month of March would be 10,122 and 54 centavos. The SSS 1,051 and 64 centavos. For the Pag-ibig 202 and 45 centavos, and PhilHealth 202 and 45 centavos. For the total administrative costs for the month of April, we have general manager's salary for the month 312 pesos, finance manager 264 pesos, operations manager 480 pesos, marketing manager 240 pesos, and human resource manager 288 pesos. For the direct labor costs, cook 1's salary for the month was 1,912 and 68 centavos, cook 2 1,912 and 68 centavos as well, the assistant cook 584 and 43 centavos, cashier 2,869 and 2 centavos. Here we have total salaries and benefits for the month of April. For the total salary per month, we have 8,862 and 81 centavos. For SSS, 931 and 97 centavos. Pag-ibig, 177 and 26 centavos. And PhilHealth, 177 and 26 centavos. For the compliance to organizational policies, the company and its members adhered and made sure to follow the organizational policies. There was a 100% compliance rate to those policies which were applied during the past few months. These organizational policies are designed to prevent and detect violations of applicable law, regulations, rules, and ethical standards by employees, agents, and others. As for the summary of meetings, there were a total of 4 official group meetings. The first group meeting was on January, where the group discussed the January operations. For the second group meeting, the group discussed the February summary of performance and March preparations. For the third group meeting, the group discussed the March summary of performance and April preparations. And lastly, for the fourth group meeting, the group discussed the April summary of performance and the USC Entrepreneurship Fair preparations. As for ANIHAN's update on the Relationship Enhancement Seminar, uh, the Relationship Enhancement Seminar's main goal is to help the group members develop process to communicate more effectively and to drive understanding, alignment, and outcomes with each other by getting or gaining a better understanding of each person's behavior style and recognizing and adapting to the style of others. As of April 2023, the group has decided not to push through with the Relationship Enhancement Seminar. For ANIHAN's legal requirements and its status, we have acquired the DTI. However, we have not acquired the business permit and the Bureau of Internal Revenue or the BIR. This is because as of April 2023, proposed acquisition of these legal requirements will be cancelled as the enterprise has decided to stop operations and liquidate its assets.
The discussion and analysis of financial position and condition. We have paid 14,000 pesos each, and the business is under a sole proprietorship under the name of the general manager, Clyde Howe. The bank account is also under the general manager too and his name. There is a memorandum of agreement about terms of business regarding the fact that there are five members but only one proprietor. Only the general, financial, and operational managers are allowed to access the bank account. Total project cost, operating expenses. For our operating expenses on the month of January, we have accumulated 14,246.2 pesos. For the month of February, 15,657.45 pesos. For the month of March, 17,982.55 pesos. And for the month of April, 16,045.42 pesos, with a total operating expenses of 63,931.62 pesos. Sources of funds. The business will be sourcing funds from family as it is the method that is available and most logical for the members. The business will be repaying the loans when substantial profit is already made. This is the income statement for period ended April 30, 2023. We start off with 204,530 pesos of sales minus the 93,222.84 pesos of cost of sales, which in total comes up to 111,307.16 pesos. And if we minus it with the total operating expenses, we come up with 47,375.54 of net income. This is the cash flow statement for period ended April 30, 2023. As we do not have investing and financing activities, our only activities come from our net income, which is 47,375.54 pesos. This is the balance sheet for the period ended April 30, 2023. For the assets, we have cash and inventories added up together and minus by the depreciation of equipment, furnitures, and fixtures. So it ends up with 229,569.58 pesos of assets. So our equity is also the same and we do not have any liabilities. So it ends up with total liabilities and equity as 229,769.58, which is balanced with the assets. Vertical analysis. So for days sales and inventories, we have 3.72. This means that on average, we need 3.72 days to accomplish and finish all our inventory. Inventory turnover is 98.04. This means that this is the rate where the inventory is sold and then replaced by another new set of inventory. So this is very high because we are a fresh produce company. So working capital turnover is 0.89. And that's not necessarily the best. Usually, a good working capital ratio is 1.5 to 2.1. So that means we aren't maximizing our capital as much and we need to improve on that. Earnings and profitability ratios of January to April 2023. For gross profit ratio, we have 54.42%, operating margin ratio 68.74%, return on sales 2.97, return on assets 0.21, return on equity 0.21, return on net working capital 23.27%, return on fixed assets 2.01%, ROE versus ROA 20.62%.
For discussion of growth potentials with marketing, the group aims to reach and surpass its projected sales for the year of 2023. We also aim to utilize new marketing strategies and continue to upload more advertisements on our social media. With regards to operations, the group has identified that the business has the potential to increase its production and generate larger profits. This will be achieved via use of technology, improvement of business process, and adding products and features and improving existing ones. So, for human resources, the group will be reviewing its policies and programs to make sure they are being implemented well. And the group could also be seeing a growth to its production team as we look into hiring new staff for the second half of 2023 as we continue to operate our physical store. And for our financial aspect, we hope to continue our trend of reaching and surpassing our projected sales and net income. That is the end of our report. Thank you.